Warning, this show contains mature and intense subject matter, themes, and language. The opinions contained herein are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend, especially during the game at the show's end. All of you who choose to continue, you have been warned, and welcome back.
That guy's got a great voice, whoever does your intro.
Guys.
Great voice. He should be on radio.
He should. He's got the face for it.
Hire him to do one for my show.
I will. I'm just going to show up at your place drunk sometime. I'm like, let's record this, JJ. Bust it out.
The way the show goes, that'd even be better.
Like, Hefty, how'd you get here? I'm like, I drove. My car is in your dumpster. I'm like, yeah, boy.
Well, what's it for, though?
Yeah, what is up, everybody? How are you all doing? We are back. It's always a long 2 weeks. Always too long, but
It has been a long week.
Yeah.
Everybody's been well. Chantel, hope you're doing well. Hope you're now fully mended. Should be, hopefully. I know you said you had your last operation last week. Something like that.
You're getting her staples out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully that all gone well and you're.
Well, somebody, not to blow anything up, but somebody decided to do a little home stitch removing.
Oh, Chantel did.
Nah, I'm not saying anything, but Fluffy might.
It's okay.
Fluffy might blow it up.
Oh, Chantel. Couldn't wait. No, hopefully it's all good.
Sounds like my husband. He does that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Why wait for a doctor when you can do it yourself?
That's right.
My uncle used to do that. He said he's going to a dentist. He used to glue his teeth back in.
What's up, Breezy? Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, everyone's doing well and had a good couple of weeks. I don't know about you guys, but it's been all right weather here, to be honest. I mean, fingers crossed, we've actually got some sort of summer.
Yeah, it looks warm for once.
Yeah, it makes a freaking change.
I gotta bring this over. Can't hear you guys.
Sure, no problem.
No, you're good, Mom. It's all right. Kerry isn't on tonight, as you can see. Has recently just got back from the UFC, and she's not very well, and she's got a lot on at the moment. So
Yeah, we made her sick.
I was gonna say we have that effect on people. We make
yeah,
them
that's a good
sick.
point. Actually, last time I came back, I felt like shit as well.
Yeah.
Germans are different.
Yeah, Germany.
U.S. air is the oxygen over here.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing it is though, like it's the food as well, because your food's so different to ours. And like by the end of it, fucking like your stomach's
You're just like,
and you're like great food, but we just can't handle it. Like we're used to plain fucking crap.
Well, that's why you look like you do, and we look like we do. I'm saying.
But yeah, so she won't be on tonight, and she's spending the day with her brother as well. So hopefully she's having a good time.
Yes.
Amy, as you can tell, isn't with me neither. She is tired, but she's tired for good reason.
Tom wore her out last night.
Yeah, I wish. No, so Amy last night had her prom, not her prom, but her kids' prom. Kids' proms. You know what I mean? So every year they do a Amy sorts out a prom for her kids. And she doesn't have to do it, but she does. This year was Winter Wonderland. And she did the whole works and everything and all this.
Her costume was breathtaking.
Yeah, it was.
I'm assuming she did
She
her own
looked
makeup
really
and everything.
nice.
She's so
She's the only
pretty.
one that dresses up like that. Nobody else does. Everyone just wears like a normal dress or whatever. But Amy always goes.
That's because she's like the gala master. She's like the queen bee.
I'm sorry, she looks better in a dress than Tom.
She looks way better in a dress than you do. Yeah,
I agree with that.
I mean, we can send Tom to a couple bars and with the dress on, and he'd do all right,
Especially over here.
Yeah, he's a solid Albany 9 probably.
I'll probably do well in Mansfield, to be fair.
That's right.
But yeah, so she had that last night. So we got back very late, very very late, and it's a very early start. So she's tired, bless her. But she does want to say a massive thank you to Pops, and I'm sure Hefty, you've obviously mentioned him.
I'm going to be calling him after the show at some point, so I will absolutely. He's so happy to do it.
Massive thank. Like it helps so much because unfortunately a lot of So her proms, a lot of it is down to donations. It's the only way it could happen. So and Pops was
He's
so
gonna do it every year, so
donate.
get used to it. So
Bless him. And that actually got the I don't know if Tom, but it got the DJ, paid for the DJ for the night, and it got some gifts for the kids as well. So
that's so
That's
fantastic.
cool.
I love that shit.
So it's
So
awesome.
does he. So
Massive.
but he doesn't do it for the recognition. He doesn't even like it being brought up. I'll absolutely let him know. And
That's from everybody as well. That's just from Amy. Everybody there said thank you so much for that.
absolutely.
She always says as well. It makes the difference. It makes the kids like she always said this is why she does her job, because it's seeing the kids having a good time and smiling.
Right.
Because a lot of these kids won't. A lot of them will be in care the rest of their lives because they have learned it.
Sweet of her to do that for them though. Like seriously, that is like the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah, it's great. And this is why she's good at her job, and this is why she's stressed out and she's always tired and stuff. But
I think she really cares more than most people that she works with.
Correct.
I don't know. That's a broad statement. I don't know the people she works with, but I know Amy.
Amy.
And working
And I
like that, working on kids all the time and stuff like that's really stressful.
Yeah. And you have to be a certain type of person to do it. I certainly couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it. She handles so many different behaviors and stuff. It takes somebody special to do it. But yeah, she does. She loves it. So yeah. So that's why she's not with me tonight. But I'll forgive her somehow.
We'll let her slide.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Apart from that, Marty is you all know
Not
that.
here.
I'm not going to keep repeating that anymore.
He's somewhere. He's somewhere.
I find it extremely hard to believe that he doesn't, and all this time he hasn't had one Friday off where he could
I
be
swear,
on the
it's
show.
like he's always every time I'm at Home Depot, he's there.
Yeah.
I want to see my son. I go to Home Depot.
That's
He does
sad.
do flowers, yeah.
And that can be pretty bad because when I go to Home Depot, I always walk out of there with a plant. I don't need any more plants, but I can't help
Just
myself.
like,
It just fell into my hands again.
Yeah, it's
That's
like an
right.
addiction. I got to bring home a plant.
you get in
We
the
do
car
that
and
too,
you don't even
Grandma.
realize. Uncle Dumpy's like, "Where'd you get that plant?" You're like, "No."
What are you talking about? It's been there forever.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
just-
long.
they go back to the
Nice
scrub.
sticking inside of the pot and everything.
Oh, that's funny. Shout out to you Americans though, because little side thing. I went to an air show, as you guys know, this weekend, and I was speaking to some of you American guys over there that's part of the B-52 cruise.
Oh, that's cool.
And not just saying it because obviously you guys are my friends and a bit. I always find the Americans are always the friendliest people there
We are.
by far. So massive hats off to you guys when you come over here. But yeah. Apart from that,
You gotta bring a breath of fresh air into you, stuffy Brits.
dude, like, you think your country's fucked at the moment? Fuck, we need something over here. Tell you.
Well, let's just agree we all just fucked.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man, like, we need something. I tell you, it's just going from bad to worse by the day. But then this is why we do this: get away from all that shit.
And give somebody else a chance to get away from it as well.
Yeah, that is very true. I think that was everything I had to say from the start. If I've forgotten something, I do apologise.
I think we're good.
I think
I think we're good. I think we got everything. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for showing up.
I'm
What's up?
gay.
Sorry, Mama.
That's all right.
I thought Pepsi said, I think I'm gay, but I know that's not what he said.
Well, we let him. If he is. That's up to him. But
I know that's not what you said, but I can't. It's hard for me to hear
You
it now.
know,
And it's like, huh?
Yes, I get it all the time. It's fine.
He's so happy. Look at him. He's a
They're like, well, you see, the problem is they look at you. They're like, Hefty, you're obviously a fucking chiseled
You're
out
just
of
a
stone
happy
Greek
guy.
god. You're chiseled out of
Gay
stone Greek
means
god.
happy,
You're,
you know.
You're 45 years old. How the hell are you single? You must be gay. Well, yeah, that's got to be it. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm gay.
No, you just haven't found the right girl.
I
There's
have.
nobody
I
good
just
enough
probably
for you,
turned her
Hefty.
into a lesbian and ruined it. And I'm sure I missed my mark many times over. But that's okay. You never know. You never know.
There's someone out there
I'm-
for you, Happy.
there's Chantel's. She's getting closer. Chantel's getting closer. I'm gonna keep casting
Oh,
that
there you go,
reel, baby.
Chantal.
Get that fluffy lure on there.
Yes, exactly, Chantel. We support your choices no matter what.
Thank you. Thank
You do what you gotta
Chantel.
do, Henry.
Thank you, Chantel. And I'm glad I have my closest friends' permission to be gay. Thanks, guys. Everybody just tuning in is like, I knew it.
I knew it all along.
I knew it, yeah.
But yeah, I was having a little think early anyway, because obviously we don't really have a show title anymore. I was thinking, I think we may have done these kind of things before, but I was looking through haunted battlefields, which really, out of anything, must be the most haunted places, I'd have thought.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah, a lot of people died there. Yeah.
And especially like horrific ways, a lot of them, unfortunately.
Well, you know what's funny is, if I may interject real quick, because I'm really good at that. So this came up on JJ's show yesterday. Go check that over on Random Nonsense. But links in the description down below. But so we were talking about, I think it was Breezy that brought up, she was like, how come we don't see any like young millennial ghosts? They're always like Civil War ghosts or like old ghosts or old people ghosts. Or like, how come there's not, you never really hear about young ghosts? Like, you know, you turn around or like you hear, on God, no cap. You know, say less. And it's like, wait, what? Yeah, it was a good question. Like, you don't hear about a lot of young ghosts. They're mostly just, you know,
always been haunted for like hundreds of years. It's never, these ghosts just started to show up like 10 years ago.
I think
yeah. Well, from what I think anyway, I think you do get them, but it's not as common though, because you think we've been around thousands of years, so all these people have like built up over time. So there's a lot more of them than there is millennial people. So you're more likely to see somebody from an older generation, but you do get the younger ones. I mean, we get family members that I mean, my mum, she pops around here sometimes.
Dewey says, who has the TV on in the background?
Huh?
I know, Mama's.
That's Marty.
Marty's on the phone.
Uncle Dumpy's on the phone.
Gotcha.
That's why it's hard for me to hear. That's why I thought you said you were gay.
It all syncs together now.
You're probably right, Chantel.
So true. Yeah,
All
so
right.
true. I do think also something I thought is that maybe it's because we understand death and afterlife more now, that when we do die, we're more accepting, we move on.
Yeah.
Whereas people back then,
Well, you got to remember too, like with the millennials and stuff, there hasn't been like a civil war. There hasn't been any kind of that type of a war in, you know. Usually with the millennials, they're dying in car accidents or they're dying from overdoses. And if they're going to haunt, they're going to haunt
A thing of
in
Narcan.
those areas. You know, they're not going to be. I think a lot of it's that you just don't see that anymore. You don't see the battles and stuff like that.
I wonder if they're all hanging out at like a hot topic, or they're haunting like they're haunting. Yeah. Haunting like no, they're haunting like a health store, or what is it?
They're all haunting old discos.
Yeah, old discos.
Old discos. To be fair though, they are old discos now. Like, I don't, if I went there, I'd feel like they're grand.
There we go. They're all haunting Starbucks. There we go. I was thinking like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or something like that. Yeah, Trader Joe's. There you go too.
Recently, they died in the Afghan war. Yeah, there was ones that died in the Afghan war. You find a lot of them. Unfortunately, a lot of their people could be trapped out there that died in Afghan. They could still be there.
Kind of like
right.
It's like for you, you're stuck out there with like you can't see anyone you love or anything. You're just stuck repeating the same thing every day.
It can be, yeah, sometimes.
The ghost.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. But if they died like in like Afghanistan or someplace like that, their spirit stayed there. Yep. Or if they came back here and went to wherever they lived, you know, they're going to go wherever their families are and stuff. Okay, I know I'm not going to haunt a cemetery. I'm going to come back to my house and haunt my family.
Yeah, that's fair.
Back where I love, where I came from.
Yeah. And they do say that. I mean, a lot of people, especially, say that it's usually within the first like 48 hours after losing somebody, you'll get a sign from them. And a lot of the time, it's like them sitting on the side of your bed or a touch or something. And it does happen. It does.
Yeah, I've had it happen when my grandmother died.
Yeah. I had it with my mum. Like
Mhm.
it does happen. So, but yeah, I mean, if they are trapped out in Afghan, then it's obviously that's terrible. But yeah, it depends on where they are, where they've moved to.
Mhm.
But you will get millennial hauntings. They're just not as common because there's not as many, like you said.
Right. You're not. There's no battles and stuff like that.
No, not like that. Because like, if you think back then, like millions of people used to die. Look at World War II. Millions of people died.
Yeah.
And like it's not just an odd 100 or something. It's millions.
Right.
Maybe more.
Or even like Gettysburg. You know, Gettysburg is highly haunted.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one I got here, yeah.
There's all kinds of videos of spirits that they've seen and
Wandering around and stuff.
in
Breezy
Gettysburg.
Breezy says my dad said he smelled my mother's perfume the night after she died.
There you go.
I'll
Yeah.
believe that. I'll believe it.
I've
It
done
does.
that. Mhm.
It does. I mean, the one for myself, I was laying in bed, and it was the night after my mum died. No, 2 nights after. I think it's 2 nights. And I had my hand out, and I felt like somebody holding my hand.
Mhm.
It wasn't like a hand, but you could feel like a something touching your hand, and I
Mhm.
knew it was my mum. So it does. And
Yeah.
you said it. You had it, Mum, did you?
Yeah, my mom used to wear a Javon Musk a lot,
Yeah.
and I was with my mom when she died, and I think it was like the next night. I could smell it real heavy in my house, and I didn't wear perfume, so
Yeah.
I knew it was mom.
You do. You just know, don't you? Yeah. It's something you when you experience it, you just know.
Yep, and I think it's that like with my mom and my grandmother, I think it was just they were checking to make sure everything was okay, and then they were gone.
Yeah.
I haven't had the experience since.
Yeah.
You know, like with my grandmother, the only thing my grandmother when she died, all I could smell when I come home from her funeral was the smell of the funeral flowers.
Yeah.
I didn't smell it in my house. I would smell it as soon as I walked outside. And I even had Marty. Marty's the one that actually smelled it first. He had me come outside and smell.
Yeah.
And so all I could smell was funeral flowers, lilies. And I said, oh, and I could sense it was my grandma. I could feel her. And I said, if you look like you did in your coffin, because she didn't look like my grandmother, I said, I don't want to see you. And it went away.
There you go. Yeah.
And about 20 minutes later, my sister-in-law had the exact same thing happen to her. So I think she was stopping to check on the grandkids, actually.
Yeah, just popping in.
Sure grandkids were okay.
Before she moves on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Very true. Breezy says, I could feel my mum running fingers through my hair a few years after she passed. Yeah. You will get these things. But then also don't feel like if it doesn't happen, don't feel
Think
like
they're ignoring you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, now if I want to talk to my mom, I can use my flashlight. She will communicate with a flashlight. So I do use this flashlight occasionally. Usually it's with Marty, and she talks more with Marty than she does with me. You know, I have been able to talk to her.
Yeah, you find your ways. I mean, my mum, I don't really get much from her anymore, but she will pop up in my dreams sometimes.
Yeah, I call that visits with mom because
Yeah,
you know,
literally is that.
and
That's
you're
what
doing
Carrie
random
called it,
stuff too. It's
Yeah.
not weird stuff. You're like sitting around the table drinking coffee or something. That's my dreams. My mother sitting around bullshitting. You know, that's what we used to do all the time. So
I always find as well, like mum will like, they do something. It's like out of dream. Also, they look directly at you in the eyes, and they say something, and it's not a dream anymore. You know, it's
correct.
a weird connection. It's strange.
Yep, and I don't know if it's happened to anybody else, but I know when I dream of someone that has died, they look like they looked alive.
Yeah.
But if I dream about you or Hefty, you guys don't look the way you normally look.
But you know it's us.
I know it's you. But
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
look
yep.
like yourself.
Yeah.
You
Which
know,
is
you don't look
crazy.
nothing like yourself.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
But dream of somebody that's dead and they look the way they did in life.
No, alive. Yeah,
I
definitely.
think it detaches itself to like your favorite memory of that person for some reason. Because when that happens with me, when I dream of my grandfather, we're always out front of his house, walking around his garden. He's always wearing the same white shirt, the same pants. Like he looks the way that my mind remembers him looking all the time.
Yeah.
That's a possibility too. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Chantal says, "What about children killed by
Yes,
mass
lights are a way to
shootings?
communicate.
Do you think their spirit stays and haunts the school? More than likely.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Yeah, there's a school up here. As a matter of fact, I'm going back there in another couple of weeks. there's an elementary school up here that's empty right now. They closed it down a long time ago. And I've been in there. This will be my second time investigating. There's definitely children in there.
Road trip?
Yeah, we talked to them with a flashlight. I've actually had them come up and giggle in my ear.
Wow.
And what really pisses me off about that is I didn't catch it on my camera or my recorder.
Always. That's always the way.
So,
want to do that? We're down.
yeah, when are we going with you?
It's awesome. It's a Grafton Elementary School. I'm going up again. It's not like you're going to get pushed or shoved or anything. It's just little kids. It's just kids up there.
Just want to say hi, yeah.
With you, me, Danielle, and Breezy.
Well, I don't know if Mama could handle all of that.
I don't know if Tom can handle all that. He's the guy that owns the school now.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, too. Yeah, it's probably Oh, wait, is it abandoned or is it open still?
No, it's not used as a school anymore. A private citizen owns it, but he'll let like the Boy Scouts use it. The county uses
Oh,
it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
like
he'll let anybody
we
use
show up and
it.
we're like, sup, dog? And he's like,
We used to go voting up there. That's where we used to do voting, but he works for the town, so they won't allow us to use that anymore. Because he owns it. So, but whenever it's empty, he'll let me in there whenever I ask him to do an investigation because it's just cool as shit.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Well, then I uninvite myself.
Breeze did say
Cool
that.
stuff with a cat's ball up there.
Yeah. Breeze did say our light's the way of communicating. You do that a lot, don't you, Mum, with your flashlight?
I do. Flashlights are awesome. Flashlights, cat balls. Yep.
Teddy bears.
I
You
use
find,
tape recorders. Yep. EVPs. Mhm.
yeah, certain things work better for somebody than it will for somebody else. You find your thing that works for you.
Mhm.
Right, mine's the Melmeter. That just seems to work for me. I don't know why.
Mine stopped working. It makes me so mad. I spent a lot of money on it. I got the same one you do.
Do they?
And the rim pop part of it just stopped working for no reason. Just stopped working. I was right in the middle of an investigation and it just quit.
Shit. Really?
And I asked if they could fix it, and they said no, it's not covered.
Of course it's that.
Thanks.
See if you, if you got nothing to lose, see if you can just take the back off it and see if something's just slipped.
Well, that's
off.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Marty check it out for me because he's good with stuff like that. I'm going to see if he can fix it.
Yeah, you might as well. Because they
Yeah,
are.
'cause
They're
I
worth a
can't.
fortune.
It's useless to me right now because I have a
Yeah.
K2 meter, so basically it's
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. I have a friend with an EVP machine. Yeah, you can just use any recorder. You can use a recorder on your phone. You
Yep.
can even use,
I've used my phone. I have digital recorders. You can use the recorder on your camera when you're doing videos.
yeah.
It's going to pick
Yeah.
stuff up.
Anything that records audio, you'll get some
Yep.
sort of weird thing on it.
Mhm.
It does happen.
Reel to reel.
You can have baby monitors going in your house. If there's something in your house, you're going to pick shit up.
Yeah.
I have cameras actually up in my doll room, and that's how I pick up a lot of my orbs and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
movement and stuff. And
Pick up almost anything. Even that Hans Holz I was telling you about that I was watching, he had the old reel tape.
Yeah.
And when they listen to some of that, sometimes you'll get voices even on that.
Yeah.
So it can
yeah, well,
happen.
that's what they used to use back in the day. My uncle used to use when he had a reel-to-reel tape recorder when my mom's house was haunted, and the ghost knew though because he put it on pause, waiting for the footsteps to start, and they wouldn't go. He'd get up to go to the bathroom and get a drink, and the goddamn footsteps would start. He'd run in to start the push play, and it would stop. I don't think he ever got anything.
They were doing that to mess with him at that point. It was a game.
Yeah, they
These
knew.
ghosts are frustrating. Very
They did not want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So, but Breezy's the one of the picture of her mom that I sent you guys in the group chat.
I'll bring that up in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Chantal
sure. I got a thermal imaging camera from my iPhone. My husband bought it for me. It's a FLIR.
Does it work? Does it work well?
Yeah, they do. They work really well. When she set off,
I might have to look. Chantal, send me a picture of it, Chantal.
No. Hold on. Send me pics of it there, Chantal. We'll tell if it's really working.
Anyway,
camera.
I will find this. JJ's gone.
Yeah, you pissed him off. Way to go, Tom.
So this is Breezy. This is your photo that you sent to JJ. Here it is. He's back.
Hit the text board.
So the first picture is, what did you say? Her mom's younger sister.
And she got married, and that's when they took that picture. So this is at her youngest sister's wedding after her mom passed away.
So I'll show you the first picture. It's quite interesting. There we go. So that's the first picture.
That's her mom.
Youngest sister. There you go.
No, that's her mom.
Okay, so that's her mom.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah. But then when you go on this, I mean, I don't even need to point it out really.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, you can see it in the
see her
background.
yeah.
so
And
I
that's
take
her
it
mom.
briefly, there is nobody supposed to be stood behind that guy.
Nope. I don't think anyone was supposed to be there.
Yeah, she says it's a picture of all the boys of the family, and then her mom just kind of popped up in the back.
Okay, yeah. So see this guy. Oh, so it's like the corner of the photo.
Mhm.
Ah,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like the top right corner.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a good picture. You can see the dress on her, the white
Yep.
dress.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's pretty friggin' awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good capture. You see, you find that a lot. Like it'll be off of the slightest of things that you wouldn't even expect to get it on. But if you look closely on a lot of things, you'll get weird stuff in pictures. Am I?
Yes.
Yes, you are,
Chantal.
Chantal.
It's kind of like our northern
Yeah, I
and
don't think
southern
so,
hemisphere
Chantal.
thing. Yeah, that works.
You're pretty much more than naked. You haven't got skin anymore, technically. Oh yeah.
Would
Huh?
you?
No, I'm talking about the thermal camera. I'm sidetracking. Don't worry. She put disposable cameras on all tables, and one of them called this Arcas. They're really good disposable cameras.
Yeah.
They're really good for capturing stuff. Even those ones where you get the little freaking
Like a box, and you turn it in the box.
and it prints out straight away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, those
the
you can't- yeah, you can't. There's
Polaroid.
no way of manipulating those pictures.
no.
Great. I really want to get one. I will at some point, but yeah.
They're so expensive now, which is crazy.
Sometimes you can find it for
They
half
sell
the
them at like
price on eBay.
Michaels. They sell them
Yeah.
at Michaels and shit.
Polaroids, that's it, yeah.
Like Polaroid
Yeah.
cameras. Yeah, they still
Oh
have
yeah,
them.
the disposable cameras. Yeah, you can buy them anywhere.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I know
No,
nothing.
they still have Polaroid ones that you can where you were filmed with those big ass cartridges. Remember those, Mama?
Yep, I
You
do.
flip the thing and then ka-chunk, you like slide the
Well, I
whole
still
thing
have
in
the
there.
ones, but the pictures are really small because I had bought
Yep.
one for Cincinnati, and they use what it's called zinc paper, and it's just you're not actually using film; it's just paper.
Yeah, and
you
it
put
burns.
the picture, and it'll print it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one of those too. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Yeah, so you can use anything like that. They're great things, but always take like multiple pictures at the same time.
Yeah.
Like take
Mhm.
3 in a go, and then you'll see any differences or whatever,
Yeah.
anything passing through.
Yeah, that's what I do with my cameras when I'm out. I'll just take multiple pictures in one spot.
Yeah,
You
you
can
get.
see anything just in between each picture.
Yeah.
Smart way of doing it.
I agree.
Right.
Do you?
So
Oh yes.
Take like photo picture, yeah. So I did bring up some battlefields, famous haunted battlefields, and the one we've already spoke about is obviously Gettysburg.
Yep.
Probably, I think this has got to be one of the most famous haunted battlefields.
Mhm.
There is. This has been used in shows freaking countless times.
Yep.
But basically, for people that don't know, it's one of the bloodiest battles of the American Civil War. More than 50,000 were killed, wounded, or lost in action. Today, anyone who visits Gettysburg can attest to the creepy sights and sounds that you'll find there. And they do ghost tours as well. Some say that up to 10,000 soldiers still haunt the battlefield to this day. And it's not, nearby historic buildings experience it as well, especially those that are used as makeshift hospitals during and after the battle. I know they did one on Ghost Adventures, one of the makeshift hospitals in the house that was on the battlefield.
Mhm.
And they got loads of cool stuff there. They've even got
Oh,
the
yeah.
sound of, on an EVP, it sounds like somebody's like almost like groaning, like they're in pain.
Mhm.
Obviously from if they've been shot or anything. It says from ghostly apparitions on the battlefield to eerie noises and odd lights. Visitors report a wide variety of odd occurrences on the actual battlefield. In the buildings nearby, doors can lock on their own, lights flicker, and objects move freely. So if you're nearby, it's certainly a place to freaking check out.
I can't remember his name, but when I was going to school to learn how to to work on cars, him and his dad used to go and spend the night at all those places, and he would tell me could hear screaming, see people walking through the field. Like they would, like him and I would talk about it, but it's like, so I believe that they're sadly trapped there, just having to do that every day, which is heartbreaking.
Like Breezy's saying with the Indian burial grounds, you know they're going to have a lot of spirits, and I'll bet you some of the places up in Lake George, because that's all Indian burial grounds and stuff up there are probably haunted.
Yeah. Some of it, a lot of it could be just residual anyway. Like it won't necessarily be that soul that.
Right, just like the one I got here. I've got a residual here.
Yeah, it's just like almost like a recording.
You can't talk about Uncle Dumpy like that.
But I have a residual that will walk by my kitchen window, and I know because he's wearing a hunting jacket and stuff, I know it's the man that built this house. And I'll go to the door and he's gone. And it happens a lot. And Cincinnati's even seen it, but there's nothing there, and I've tried communicating with it. It's just there.
Yeah.
It's definitely not an intelligent.
It's like a repeater.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Maybe he's like checking on.
A lot of times you'll find that where if you see them and you can't speak to them, then it's just a residual. It's just something that's repeating over and over.
Literally, especially sounds and stuff. Like you get a lot of sound that you'll hear. That's just like almost like a recording. They call that phone tape theory, which literally just recorded the sound and it will just in time it just replays it weird. How it works, I don't know, but that's what Carrie knows more about this than we do. But
it's funny you say that, Breezy. So one of the friends of the show, guests we've had on several times, Rick McCollum, goes over to Scotland at least once a year, and he just kind of went recently too.
Yeah.
And he because he's got the Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and I mean Scotland, that's crazy, crazy.
They got a lot of history in Scotland.
Yeah.
Well, most of England, like we've got some crazy history. The only problem is it's hard to get into these places to do any sort of investigating because all of them are owned by somebody.
Well, unless you're Rick.
It's like that here too. If they can monopolize and get money out of you and charge you for a ghost tour and stuff, they're going to do that.
Yeah.
I just soon sneak into these places after the close and do an investigation.
We should have him back on soon.
Well, that'd be
we need to.
I'll give him a call this weekend or something and be like, hey, want to talk about Scotland?
See what he's doing and see if he can.
I will. I'll reach out to him.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Scotland, crazy history. Edinburgh, if you can get to Edinburgh, and you go like even just around the graveyards in Edinburgh, they're some of the oldest graveyards in the world, and it is nuts, like the shit they've got there.
Tell it
Breezy with the questions tonight. I love it.
What do you say, Mama?
She said, "How do you deal with an aggressive spirit?" I said, "I tell it to back the hell off."
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You got
that they're dead and you're the one that's alive. So they're like, okay, my bad.
I wouldn't want to piss off Mama Marty.
Tom, did you come up with Saratoga Battlefield? In Saratoga, New York? No. I don't know if that was haunted or not. I've been there several times. I've never
but
no, it's only given me a list of 7. But yeah, Saratoga Battlefield, that is definitely one definitely listed. There's one place I've actually been. There's a picture that actually just reminded me. So I think you guys know I went to last November. I go see East Kirkby Airfield where they do a Lancaster run. It's based in old World War II aircraft. They do a run there as if it was during the war. That place is haunted to fuck. Like it's crazy. Most haunted have been there. When you go. And it's actually were during the war. The feeling is unreal. Like
it was like the United Queen's Royal Force or something like that back in the day. What was it called? Basically y'all's version of the Air Force.
Queen's Royal Air Force.
The Royal Air Force.
Just call it the Royal Air Force.
Royal Air Force. Okay.
Yeah. But we do have the auxiliary Royal Air Force as well.
Okay.
But but yeah, they obviously go there. Like, if you guys could, I'd definitely take you there just to experience it. You don't need to be sensitive or anything. You can feel people watching you everywhere you go.
Yeah,
it's crazy. If only you could get around that place at night, it'd be nuts. What else we got here? 1 second.
Well, Breezy's saying Bennington Battlefield, and that's another one that's up here too. That's Vermont.
Excuse me.
Literally any of them, but especially where you guys are. A lot of these it is open ground. You can just walk around there.
Yeah.
And if you
Right.
get there at night, you can just walk around and even just take a small camera with you or whatever, and just see what you pick up. Because I guarantee you'll find something.
Albany Rural's open, isn't it? You can just go in there, right?
Cemetery?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oakwood Cemetery, yep, or Albany Rural. I have family in both of those cemeteries, so
Yeah.
You have family in
Oh,
Oakwood?
I do.
Shit.
Damn.
My grandparents are buried there. My brother-in-law, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they're all buried
Wow.
Mhm.
And you go in there.
there. Oh yeah, I got caught in there at night one time. I swore to God I was going to climb over the fence to get the hell out of there because I wasn't sleeping there. They locked me in.
no.
They locked you in.
They locked the doors. Yeah, they locked the gate. I'm like, I'm not spending the night here. I
So
will
is-
climb over the fence.
Is that what it is? Like they only let in people who have family buried there?
No, the only one there that does, the only cemetery I know that does that is Pinewoods.
Pine
Albany-
Woods. Wait, but
yeah,
Oakwood's
Albany
haunted
Rural.
as well.
Huh?
Oakwood's haunted as well, yeah?
It is. It's one of the top 10 most haunted cemeteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
Pine Woods is the one they won't let you in regardless,
Correct.
right?
That's a private-
Oh, all right. See, that's the one
The
I always
Brunswick
get confused.
Historical Society actually runs that now. So the only time you go in there is if they're having a ghost.
If they're
show.
doing a thing, like a little
Or
fundraiser.
Right, or you have family.
Is
Gotcha,
that the
gotcha,
one that's the
Gateway to Hell.
Okay, well, I don't know. I thought that was the one where you got the your World War II graves from D-Day and that. Is that not Pinewood? I'm thinking maybe someone else.
No, that
I'll probably figure
I don't
somewhere
know.
else.
Albany Rural probably has a lot of that, or even Oakwood. They're,
Yeah.
they're
Albany
really
Rural
old
has, like-
cemeteries.
Well, they've just got the rows with the white crosses.
Oh, that's Arlington. That's in Washington.
Washington
Yeah.
D.C.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
Arlington.
Yeah,
I've been there before. You want to like in 8th grade?
That's a weird.
Man, heavy
That's a
feeling
weird-
when you go there.
My thing is, I don't know if it's true or not. But my thing is with cemeteries, it's not the people that died that are haunting that cemetery. There's something
Yeah.
bad in there.
Yeah, there's some bad.
And I'm
bad
sorry,
there.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
haunt the cemetery when
Yeah,
I'm dead. I'm going to
exactly.
go back where I came from, where I lived,
Maybe
and
your
where I
family or
lived.
whatever, yeah.
What if
Yeah,
there's
you're not gonna
really,
stay in the
really good
cemetery.
weed, ghost weed at the cemetery? You might be hanging out there a little bit often. You know what I'm saying? I would.
Don't smoking a J like fuck it.
It's just hanging out where the weed is.
That's what I would do. I mean, I got eternity.
Why
I'm
not?
a ghost. I'm
I
like,
can see
why the
you
hell
going
not?
to the cemetery, you'd be shitting your pants.
Imagine,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cemeteries are really creepy at night. You can feel shit, and it's
Yeah.
not a good feeling. It's not. I've been there. It's
Yeah,
not.
a lot of it, like I say, I think it's not the people there. It's something
Right.
else that's hanging around there
Right.
because of the bodies and stuff. that
Has
get-
You're not
anybody here
feeling-
ever
you're not
had
feeling anything good?
romantic entanglements in cemeteries?
Huh?
Anybody ever do the in a cemetery
No.
No.
besides myself?
No.
JJ, my
Oh,
man.
JJ,
I know
okay,
you
okay.
might have. All right.
I loved the goth girls. Okay, that was their thing. Don't judge. I'm not afraid to admit it. Just don't judge.
Can you see him high and having somebody whistle back? He'd be running.
I'd be like, thanks, ghost,
That
dude.
Probably,
He'd be
yeah.
like,
I'm
nice,
out.
I would have ran
nice
like
pull, human hefty. I'd be like, yeah. Wait,
Okay, sweet.
Oh, wow.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire isn't that good. Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either.
That's what I told you today. It's not great, but if you want to feel like
Yeah.
that old Ghostbusters feel, because I feel like they just took the parts from 2 that worked and made a movie around it. So I
Like
felt
Ghostbusters 2, the second one with like
Yeah.
the dancing Statue of Liberty controlled by the NES
They-
controller. And it's
they
amazing.
even bring that up in this movie about that. So that's
Okay, I
why
like that.
pulled a lot from that movie for this one. I enjoyed it just because you get to see the OG Ghostbusters, but the rest of it I could have lived without.
Oh, I'll watch
I
it.
think they should have ended it where they did the.
I had a good time.
You know what was the one where they did the tribute to thingy that died?
Oh, Egon Spangler. Yeah, the first one, Afterlife. Yeah.
Afterlife. I think they should have ended it there. That was a good
I
ending.
cried so hard when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, Harold Ramis was amazing.
Yeah.
He was, but I felt really bad, man. It hit me in the feels.
Yeah, I think anybody that's seen the original.
When I was a kid, I used to have a vacuum cleaner that I would pretend was my proton pack.
I did that too.
And I would do it. And I'd have my fucking onesie and shit with a little Ghostbuster patch on it. I probably still have pictures of it, to be honest with you. And I'd have the movie on, and I'd play the hotel scene with Slimer from the first one. And I'd just be like, you, because I knew it all by line. I'd be like, you, I'm getting you. I've always been a nerd, sorry. And I've always loved Ghostbusters. So
I did the same thing half night. Believe me, it was the most fun you could have as a child.
Yeah, not more than what kids do nowadays.
Just guess anybody that's been to Epstein's Island.
Toys from stuff you clean your house with.
What else have we got here? Oh, we got this one. So this is, you might recognize the picture. So this is Passchendaele.
Where's that at?
Wow, that looks dreary as anything.
So this is France, World War One. This is a place called Passchendaele. That was a forest.
Oh.
So this is after.
Did it burn or was it bomb? Did a bomb take it out?
This is after years of heavy shelling, artillery shelling.
Yeah, wow.
So basically, World War One, Germans and the British and Americans were all just stuck in one place. We weren't moving forwards or backwards, nothing, just stuck. So they just kept shelling each other constantly for years.
That's a fantastic picture. It's so dreary. I love
you can
it.
feel the weight even through the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like just the scorched trees in the back and just the smoke in the background and the dirt everywhere with like, oh, that's a great picture.
It is actually
guys get that feeling they're like, fuck it. Like,
yeah.
I'll see if I can find it in a sec, but there is actually a recording of audio recording of when the guns stopped firing. So you hear the guns firing because it basically was agreed that everybody would stop at this certain bang on time, like both sides. It's the end of the war.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the guns stop, about 5 seconds later, you hear birds singing.
Really?
Island, and it is eerie. I'll see if I can find it.
that's cool though.
Yeah, but
I'm enamored with that picture. I actually might download that. I might have to go pull that.
So this is near the village of Passchendaele. Oh, sorry, in Belgium, not France. Sorry, it's in Belgium. It says the Germans are hit with thousands of guns and shells, and aerial photographs show as much as 1 million shell holes in just 1 mile of land. The offending army was made up of British forces, Canadian, New Zealand, South African, Australian. Nearly 400,000 died on all sides.
Holy shit! And that was only, what did you say?
So that's one village. That's one.
It was a mile.
One village in Belgium. So a square mile had 1 million shell holes in it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm on it right now. Holy shit!
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So it says, yes, there's almost 100,000 soldiers who died were never identified because there was pretty much nothing of them left, and a lot of them, with the repeating shelling, were just buried and they were never seen again.
Sure.
They still, even to this day, they still dig up bodies.
Really?
Yeah. To this day. So farmers, when they're plowing their fields, will sometimes dig up a body or whatever.
Mildred, we got another one.
Yeah. So it says the village is haunted with sounds of battle, screams, gunfire, and phantom noises that heard at random times. So that's obviously your stone tape thing. I will see while we're here if I can find that recording for you.
That's crazy though, yo.
Yeah, you hear this. It's nuts. Let me
War never changes.
Right, so this is it, yeah. So this is actual recording. This isn't made up.
Okay.
This is a real recording from.
I don't know why I'm scooting in. I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah.
Me getting closer to my shit. Did anybody else see that? I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. I'm like, you idiot. I'm like, I'm wearing headphones. That's the stupidest thing.
So you'll see. I'll bring it up on screen as well, so you can see. It says this is 1 minute before the guns fell silent. So you should be able to hear it quite well.
Oh, it's like the wave track.
That's
yeah. So they're actually the wave noises of it. So you'll hear it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So you can hear the guns. This call sign. You'll hear birds in a second.
Huh.
That's
Just hear
insane, yo.
Weird.
Birds singing.
1 minute. What did it say? 1 minute after the something? That's crazy. I was waiting to hear shit cracker. Oh, come on.
Oh, she's over there chewing on
Oh, let me
tail
Yeah,
feathers.
you can imagine everything.
Dude, that's crazy, though.
It is crazy. Isn't it?
You know what? You know what would have been great? It's like that was intensely intense, but like as soon as the shells stopped, like you just hear, "Hey, so that was crazy, huh?" Or I was like, who's the douchebag? Because you know there's got to be that guy that got one last shell.
Yeah, that one guy at the end.
Like,
yeah,
okay,
fuck
it's
it.
time to cease fire. And it's like, bong. And it's like, Tony.
Did you have to?
Yeah, come on. It's like, yeah.
Birds be like, well, thank fuck, that's fine over here.
Yeah.
That shelling you heard, that was literally like that constantly for years. It doesn't stop. It didn't stop. Just
I
constantly.
can't even imagine that. Well, with so many
So you can imagine how haunted
armies
that
involved, like you would have a constant influx
Yeah.
of ammunition.
Mhm.
So even if like one particular, like the South Africans ran out, you'd have like 4 or 5 other people that
Easily.
still have shit, while they get their
Getting their
stuff
shit
in.
off constantly.
I mean, that's insane. That's insane.
That's what your like mind having to hear that every night when you're trying to get some rest in between.
There you go. It says, so throughout the course of the war, it was estimated that there were about 1.75 billion shells fired.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is I'll show you a picture for some sort of scale of how big this plate. I don't know if you can see that very well. 1 second. I'm just trying to find.
Imagine the metal I could dig up over there. Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
If you go
Oh,
there
yeah.
with your metal detector, mama, fucking hell. Like, you'll have a whale of a time.
That'd be a full
You'd be there for
That's
years.
a full day of dirt fishing. Holy shit.
So I believe this was over just a space of a couple of days.
Oh my God.
It's fucking nuts, isn't it?
Fucking crazy. I
That
feel like
is-
I've seen this before, but now knowing more of the context, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was just literally constant, then stop.
Jesus.
It's nuts.
So what do they do with all the shells?
A lot of them got melted down and then turned into cars.
Oh, okay.
like rebuilding, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can make
Would that
lamps out of
haunt
them
the
things.
cars? Like this shell killed like this many
Potentially,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, like there'd be like so Christine really isn't that far off from maybe being
That's
a true
true.
deal.
It's true. Yeah.
Huh.
Stop! No, I was being serious. That wasn't a joke. Mom was making me
No,
feel
but-
like it was silly.
You're right.
Oh no!
A lot of the shells are so they still even dig up shells that haven't exploded yet as well. They're still in the ground
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time. All the time. France, Belgium, all that. You're constantly digging up shells that just
Well,
got stuck in the ground.
That's like nuclear weapons. Like, you know how many undetonated nuclear weapons that are just lost in the United States and are just still there, undetonated?
Just hanging around, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
just
hand
Crazy,
grenades.
isn't it?
Tons
Yeah.
of hand grenades around too that never
Yeah.
got blown off.
There's
They
that
do
one
that here.
in that sub in the ocean somewhere. That thing hasn't gone off yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's not just the one. I'm sure there's ones in like lakes.
Well, look at all the atomic bomb tests they did in the Nevada desert. How many bombs in the desert didn't go off?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You only saw the ones that actually went off.
Correct.
Didn't. What did they do with them? Just you can't
Because
just go
I
back.
think if
to them,
one
like,
didn't go off, they're not going to, let me go dig this one up.
yeah.
That's some crazy shit too. They'd build like replica houses with like
Like the
mannequin families in it and stuff, like fucking Hills Have Eyes type shit.
That's
And
But they would actually do it's insane just to see what it would do. It's like, geez.
It's crazy. Isn't it?
weird of us to do that. Actually, that is very fucking weird. I mean, I get we kind of had to know what it would do, but at the same time, that's still pretty fucking weird.
They should have had haunted sex
You
dolls.
fridge. You will not survive if you climb into a fridge and you get exploded. You are not Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Just-
that doesn't happen.
Yeah, fridges. No,
Fridges will
Have you
not.
seen those? Like,
God,
the videos of that. You know the videos of the tests and stuff. Have you
Mhm.
noticed that the camera never moves? Yeah, the whole building's been fucking flattened, but the camera's still there, just filming.
That is very true.
Yeah.
actually.
Like, there's that conspiracy of why is the camera
Yeah,
not
right.
moving? Why? There's no.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Been obliterated.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right. Until you made me think of it, there wasn't a conspiracy. But now I'm
Now
flying
I'm-
second guessing shit.
Because now I'm playing all that film in my head. I'm like, he's right. Like, how did they even get those shots? Like, why didn't I ever think about this before?
Well, they're like super far away. The old ones.
No, but like the ones where they like show you like how it blows down trees, blows down houses. They're like right above it. Those ones. How did they get those ones? And they stay so steady. They weren't all rocking with the house. Like when the house blew over left, why didn't the camera blow over left?
Cool.
And this is
Cameras.
1940 something we're talking about too.
Zombie cameras.
I think this is the one.
Do I have to answer everything for everybody? Come on. Now.
Yes, you are our voice of reason.
Thank you, Mama, for laughing.
I'm gonna see if I can actually find that video quick. I think I've got it here, and you'll see nothing.
Maybe
Actually.
they had early versions of GoPro.
Yeah, they were just goes. They weren't pro yet. They were
Yeah,
just
they weren't
goes.
pro yet.
Yeah, they weren't pro yet. They were just goes.
And
Oh, they're not.
like film, so wouldn't that melt with the heat of the bomb?
Exactly.
Look at all the questions you got my brain going down to, Tom.
Yeah, but they had like asbestos blankets, and dude, the duck and cover. Come on, you have a school desk near you. You'll be fine.
This is what they're saying. They're like,
Oh my God! Remember air raid drills? We used to have them all the time.
I believe it.
We used to have air raid drills. You had to go out in the freaking hall of the school and put your head up against the wall like this.
Kiss
All right,
your
well, if
ass
the bomb
goodbye.
hits, I'm going to die anyway. So what the
Yeah.
hell difference does this shit make?
Hey, at least you got out of class for it. It's like, you know, like, all right.
You didn't have to do anything for a couple minutes.
I think it would be more or less just controlling chaos in the inevitability of the end. It's like, well, you're all gonna die, but it might as well be in an orderly fashion.
Yeah, right. Might as well
You
die
know?
in one hallway.
Yeah, exactly.
The bodies would be easier to find.
Yeah.
I had to do terrorist and like active gun ones for my school, and they would put us all into one room, and I'm like, doesn't this
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, why are we hiding in the room? There's a back door to a field behind the school. Why don't we just run?
Cleo holding the
No,
hammer,
this
so
is
like
what
this
we
is
have to
easy.
do. I'm like, but this is not safe. This is just lining us up to die.
I never had to. I never had to deal with any of that.
But I'm at that weird age where I was like right after Columbine happened and right when 9/11 happened. That's when I was in school. So I had to go through both of those drills because of that.
I think I've got one second.
Like I said, I'm not weird age in between.
Yeah. This is kind of it's hard to find one, but this is kind of the best one I can find. But if you see this, I'm not trying to start a conspiracy here or anything, but
Tom
it's
is
just
so
a bit
happy
weird.
with that smile.
But yeah, watch this. Oh, don't you be a bitch and play adverts. Okay.
Well, if you just spent the extra quid.
Yeah, yeah.
The camera doesn't move. The whole fucking place is flattened. Like, what the fuck?
Well, let's put it behind the light blast damage. Yeah, that's it.
And like the film, they say the film,
Yeah.
the radiation would destroy the film.
Well, not just that, but even if they were really far away from it, they didn't have zoom capabilities back then.
Yeah, they didn't have that kind of zoom.
The camera at the end of that one looks like it shakes a little bit, but the first one I didn't really
Yeah,
shake.
but still, you'd have to be so far away, and they didn't have that zooming capability
Until
back then. They didn't.
No. So yeah, that is a conspiracy. I mean, you can.
Where is Tui when I need him on this one?
Yeah, he knows
This
all
guy
this.
is always devil's advocate for everything, and always has a good point to bring up. I'm looking at the chat. I'm like, where are you, bro?
Yeah, he's always on that.
He busy.
But right, oh fucking hell!
Oh, he's here. Oh,
I will. Easy.
Oh, there he is.
He's probably still writing his answer.
He'll delete it.
He's going to town on this one tonight. Right, I am going to find a little quiz
Trivia. That's
Sure.
what I put on my show too. At the end, I've been doing trivia questions.
That's
We've
the
been
real good
doing
ones, like.
music on mine. I think I'm gonna switch to movies next week.
I'll tell you what trivia questions do you want?
I meant as far as cameras, Rob,
They don't have Zoom cameras by then.
like
Yeah.
the video cameras and stuff. They're
Yeah,
filming.
not like the video.
Well, I think that's what he's saying is they had that capabilities back then.
But to zoom in that close,
I mean,
Yeah,
it was.
That's
Well,
what I'm
it
saying.
was.
They were zoom that close.
I'm
Well,
gonna go to say.
binoculars, yeah.
like that I could
I
see
think as well, like
binoculars in front of the lens. I could see that.
Yeah.
Or again, you have military at the time. That's military grade equipment.
Well, that's true.
That's not civilian. That's military.
Maybe that's why we have
You know what I mean?
there is one thing they did though.
I'm saying with zombie cameras.
like a little mini model, and just like made like a mini explosion near it and filmed it, and he made it look almost exactly the same as a nuclear explosion. So yeah, you never know.
Like Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly. You never know how they did it.
Godzilla was real.
He was my hero.
What trivia questions would you like tonight? I'm getting you guys can decide what trivia questions you want.
I'm cool with what I'm down with whatever.
Funny ones? Let's just come up.
Sure.
Okay, let's go for funny ones.
Java.
That's true. He's right.
Show all answers. Why are you hiding the answers? I need to know the fucking answers. Right. Okay. All right. So these are weird or funny things.
Cool, Tui. Thanks for watching, buddy. I'll see you soon, man. Thank you, buddy.
Later, Tui.
See you later. Too. Have a good one. Here you go. Here's one for you, US guys. I like giving you guys some questions.
I love you too, Crazy.
What US state accidentally banned all marriage by wording a law incorrectly? They accidentally banned all marriage by wording a law incorrectly.
State?
Which
Yeah.
state? Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, I got my pick of the litter
Probably
here.
California, since it's where all the gays are.
I'm gonna. Wow.
Mama went to town.
It's not exactly everywhere. Haven't you been paying attention to the whole stream?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
San
go with.
Francisco's that way.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Utah. Utah.
I'm going to say Virginia.
A lot of Mormons that
Virginia?
aren't very smart out that way.
Utah, Virginia. Anybody else?
Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Yep. It sounds like a weird thing for them to do. They're a weird state anyway.
Breezy says Kentucky.
Kentucky Breezy says.
It is Mississippi.
Oh, that was my first choice.
It's because of all those crooked letters in that freaking
I was
word.
gonna say it took them 100 years to figure out how to spell it. PPI. Oh crap! Who made it that long? Okay. Band marriage. That's why they started. That's why I have all the cousins that are all related.
Husbands? They have cousins.
The cousins. How's it going, Bill?
Anyway, who became the King of England after winning a game of rock, paper, scissors?
King Henry?
I won't be surprised with our latest king. I won't be fucking surprised.
Fuck
Hey,
it, what's up?
good to see you. Yeah, who became the King of England after winning a game of rock, paper, scissors?
King
How
George.
true is it? I don't know. but
I would say King George. Sounds like a good one.
That's what I was going to say. King George.
Edward.
Breezy says Edward. I'm gonna go with Henry the Eighth. Oh, I am.
It's quite a famous one, actually. Well, for us, you guys should know it. I'd have thought
You
you'd
think
know
you're right? We should know it.
it. You probably know more about our history than we do, to be fair.
We paid attention in school.
Yeah. It is William the Conqueror.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, never mind.
Would have been closer with Bluebeard.
I thought he was like Attila the Hun
Maybe.
or Genghis the Khan.
Pretty much was, but he just became king of England.
Okay.
You know, a weird fact about him: a good chunk of Mongolia's like bloodline comes from him. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
so many people. And
Yeah.
it's
Towers as a kid.
when you think about how many people are actually like related. So
Yeah.
Quick side note: have you seen that guy that Netflix series? The guy who's actually doing that is sperm donating, and he's trying to populate as many parts of the planet as he can. and he's actually been banned. Yeah, it's the guy. If you search on Netflix, guy with 1,000 kids, and he's basically set up all these. Him and this other guy set up all these thousands of different profiles of sperm donation banks across the world, and he's got thousands of kids.
That's crazy. He doesn't have to pay child support on any of them.
And he's actually had to go to a US court in the end and basically been told that he's banned from donating again.
Wow.
He's Dutch. Yeah, he is. He's Dutch.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
There were 17 washing machines with paternity tests against
honestly, like this guy, and all of his kids look the same. Like they all look. He's very
my God. So we can't deny his children.
Yeah, they're all like this.
Charlie Sheen, yeah, probably Charlie Sheen to be fair.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's worth watching. That is fucking nuts.
Charlie Sheen.
Here I've been wasting all the paper towels all these years.
What did the Romans use as mouthwash?
Piss.
But did they use his mouthwash?
Yeah.
Probably peroxide.
Wine?
I was right, wasn't I?
What'd you say?
Piss.
Oh.
Use urine.
Well, it is sterile, you know.
Oh.
To a degree, Mom. I mean, don't start making it a habit.
At least their own pee?
No.
France.
It's got to be your own.
JJ, Romans. You know it was somebody else's pee.
Oh, no.
More than likely.
Well, Breezy, maybe urine with a little vodka in it. Maybe.
A spoonful of vodka makes the human piss go down.
Makes you forget what is in it.
Yeah, that's true.
In the most delightful way.
Well, it's warm.
All right, so these ones are world records. You're being chased by a mosquito at Charlie Sheen's house.
That's true.
Anyway, what was the largest number of children birthed by one woman?
White or black?
Not at the same time, bear in mind.
Oh, not at the same. I was going to say.
No, this is across her life. Across her life. How many kids did one woman have across her life?
My mother-in-law.
It's quite a lot.
18.
It is quite a lot.
Reese says 40. I'm going to go 365. One for every day of the year.
How could you?
That's not even possible.
Yeah, it's not possible.
She'd have to be
pregnant for 10 months.
Quadruplets every time.
I'm going to say 45.
45. Chantel says 16. That's just
Somebody
a normal
should have kept the damn
family
lights
on council state right here.
Can you imagine being the last guy on that too? It's like, well, damn, all right.
Yeah, you're falling into it by then.
Yeah, you're like, all right, let's go.
I'm swimming in the Grand
Hey,
Canyon.
Doc, can you put in a couple extra stitches, please?
Yeah.
I bet she didn't even know that she was pregnant yet. They're just falling out. They're just walking
Yeah,
away.
let's just drop them out, you know.
They just walked out, like, all right.
How many?
It is 69.
69?
Of course it is.
Yeah, it had to be 69, but it's 69.
Somebody beat your mother, dear.
Wait, how did she have 69 children? How is that even humanly possible?
She must have lived till she was like 80 and started
Yeah,
when she was
she probably had kids right up until the day she went into menopause.
literally.
Damn.
That's insanity. And she must have had a few twins in there because, like, the math just doesn't, like,
Probably.
they had to be twins or triplets something because the math just doesn't. She's like,
Probably wound up in a mental institution.
that many babies.
Like,
Yeah,
she needs
what
a good
about being
TV
dude
package,
number
like,
69?
fucking
At
Unless
that
she had
point,
one
she's
for
like,
a year and a half.
do you think she wanted to get to 69? She's like, yeah, that's the number.
That's the sweet spot.
69.
jeez.
You
I
imagine
can't
that?
imagine.
Fuck.
I
So
thought my
she spent
mother
a whole life
was
being
supposed to
pregnant.
have 18.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, 69 is a lot.
What else we got?
It's a lot of babies.
At that point, you gotta admit, you gotta figure that, like, by the time he spurts, She's like, yeah, I'm knocked up. He's like, what? How do you know? And she just points at her 68 other kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, she's
Yeah,
good.
by the time she got pregnant for like the 60th one, you probably just take it and pour it in.
She's
Literally.
Hand her on her head. There you go, babe.
done
There's
this
your-
time or two before, you know.
But you have to think about it this way. She had to pick 69 different names and remember 69 different names.
Listen,
for all of
unless she's like, what's his face, George, and every one of her kids' name is George.
Yeah,
George,
that's true. Yeah, it's just an offshoot.
other George.
George Foreman. This is George.
Foreman.
This is
George
George.
Jr. Yeah, this is George Jr. This is my
Oh,
brother
yeah.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Larry Daryl.
That's just insanity. Like, seriously, like, why?
I'll give you one more if I can find a decent one.
Chantel,
You're probably right, Chantel.
oh, can you imagine if that dude went down on her too?
Oh,
Ew.
no.
Terrible.
It'd be like
Ah.
Alien. You just grab a hold of his face.
The lips just go
Do it.
suck it on. It's like, oh,
It would be like a suction cup.
I really hope Marty is in the chat at the moment.
he's not
Oh,
really-
Like that movie. Remember that movie, The Blob?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I can't even.
I don't even know if I can find another good one,
Oh,
actually.
boy.
We're all going to hell.
Yeah,
Sometimes I think we're already there.
me too.
Yeah, we are after this show.
Ooh, I'm like crying. I'm laughing so hard. Holy moly.
That means it's a good time then, sir.
Yes,
That's right.
yes, absolutely.
That is it. Yeah. I don't know. There's all sorts of fucking things here. A lot of them we've done. There we go. What item of Napoleon's was sold for $45,000 in 1977?
His hat.
His sword.
There his little jacket. He kept his hand in.
You'd be surprised what it is actually.
His underpants.
His underwear.
I'm shooting the dark. He's French. We don't know what they do.
They do some weird shit. Trust me, they do.
Yeah,
some
they
weird.
do. Them and Germans, man. What the fuck?
That's why we don't build a bridge between here and France. We don't
Don't
want
blame
to.
you.
Nah, fuck the French.
In
In a polite way, of course.
His toothbrush.
His toothbrush. Somebody paid
Toothbrush?
45 grand for his toothbrush.
Why? Why would you want that?
Not just that. You go find an old toothbrush. Say, hey, this was Napoleon's. Give me 10
Yep.
grand. You can have it.
Literally, you
Yep.
can just find any old toothbrush. And I'm
This
pretty
was,
sure back then they didn't really brush their teeth.
I still have sealed Napoleon's AA batteries that he used to win the Battle of Waterloo.
Get them
With
on
his-
eBay.
With it, not eBay. I'm gonna post them.
We can make one out of, or make it
That's
out
right.
a toothbrush out of horsehair. And say, yeah, I dug this up. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, that is all we have time for tonight. Hope
It
you all
was-
had a wonderful time.
It was
Yes.
fun.
Very good show. Breezy, you was very, very active tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat.
Of course.
Yeah.
Guys, if you dig what we're doing, not necessarily, but always appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to hit the post notification bell. Check out everybody's information down in the links below. Buy stuff off of Terry's Etsy stuff. Support all our channels. Check out JJ's show every single Thursday on Random Nonsense Against links in the below. Tom and Amy, Paranormal Mysteries, lots of great haunted stuff. Mama Marty's great, and we're all great.
That was impressive.
I couldn't have said that any better myself.
I'm impressed with that. You got that out real good. Very impressive.
You need to go on radio, Happy. I'm sorry.
We got this.
We
Nope,
got
I'd
this.
I'd rather save my talents for this channel and JJ's channel. And that's it.
We are
Aw.
blessed. We are blessed. But yeah,
Next move you have.
apart from that, have a wonderful weekend, y'all. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks, or we'll see you on JJ's channel.
Stay spooky.
Spooky.